Ain't no way people actually found a human leg at the meat counter in a grocery store. Not too long ago, a guy named Andrew Miller was doing his regular shopping at a local store when he noticed a piece of meat that didn't look like it came from any animal he knew. It looked way more like a human leg. Freaked out, he left the store immediately and called the police. When officers arrived, they arrested the store owner. And here is where it gets darker. During questioning, the owner, Martin, showed absolutely no emotion. Further investigation revealed that his wife had been reported missing 3 days earlier. And trust me, you're not ready for this. After some time, police discovered the owner's wife in the back room of the store. She was still alive, but missing one leg. It turned out she had cheated on him, and when he found out, he did what he did and tried to sell her leg as... Throwback to the time the internet almost fell apart because nobody could agree on one single word. Back in 2018, someone posted this audio clip that said one word.
Laurel. Laurel.
Suddenly, the entire world started arguing like it was a custody battle. Half the people swore it said Yanny. The other half were dying on the hill that it was Laurel. And everyone was ready to fight their own family over it. Teachers were stopping lessons so students could listen. Offices were running full investigations. Even scientists had to step in and explain it like, guys, it's just different frequencies. And the funniest part? Celebrities and brands joined the chaos like it was a national emergency. It got so big that actual government agencies were tweeting their own answers. All over a single... Apparently, only people without ADHD can finish this video and experience the shrinking effect. Lock your eyes on the center of the screen and do not look away. Your brain will beg you to blink or scroll, but you must fight it. This rotating pattern is exhausting your visual neurons. If you quit early, you definitely have ADHD. If you made it halfway, you are borderline. But here is the craziest part. If you survive to the end, you are part of the 0.5% with elite focus. When you look away, your hand will literally start shrinking in real time. The Roblox March 1st plan just failed, and not even for the reasons you might think. So basically, if you didn't already know, Roblox developers and players made a plan where nobody would log on March 1st to protest all the horrible updates the Roblox CEO has been adding recently. But the crazy part is the way this plan failed is actually embarrassing for the Roblox community. But it's not even because of the reasons you might think. Honestly, I thought this plan might fail, but not this badly. The blackout actually failed so hard that even more people were playing Roblox than on a regular day. And the reason for this is actually crazy, because firstly, March 1st was actually on a Sunday, so kids were already playing Roblox anyway, and secondly, because people were opening Roblox to see if the blackout was working, and then ended up playing a game, which is exactly why. If you ever scanned your face or ID on Discord or Roblox, you are officially cooked. Remember when they forced everyone to verify their age to use the chat? They promised it was super secure and that your ID gets deleted instantly. Well, guess what? It was a massive lie. The company they actually use for this, called Persona, just got caught leaving their entire system completely exposed to hackers. These hackers found out they aren't just checking if you're over 13. They are secretly running over 200 different background checks on you. We are talking about face watch lists, tracking your devices, and giving your account a literal risk score. And the absolute craziest part? They keep all this data for up to 3 years instead of deleting it. When this leaked, Discord immediately dropped their partnership with Persona. But Roblox, they are still using. Apparently this face is static and doesn't move at all. You see, in this illusion, the mask is rotating, but your brain gets tricked into seeing it turn the opposite way. This is based on a phenomenon called the hollow face illusion. Most people cannot see both sides because the brain forces it to look normal. So here is a test. If you see it rotating right to left, that is common, placing you with 94% of people. If you see it move left to right, that is rare, found in only 4%. But here is the craziest part. Some people can force their brain to see both sides for 30 seconds. That is very rare, and only 2% can do it. Guys, David Baszucki is not innocent, and I can prove it. So if you don't already know, Roblox has been dropping some horrible updates recently, such as changing all the classic 2D faces into goofy animated ones, chat age restrictions, and literally forcing age verification just to say one word. But here's the crazy part. We've all been blaming Matt Kaufman for everything. And yeah, it is his fault, but it's also David's fault. So basically, as the CEO, David Baszucki has to approve every single update. If someone comes up with a chat age restriction, it does not get added unless David says yes. And don't forget, he can remove updates whenever he wants. But here's where it gets even crazier. All of the blame can't fully go toward David because he's under constant pressure from investors to approve these horrible updates. Do you think it's David's fault, or is he innocent? Apparently, here is a test to see if you have ADHD. Focus your eyes on that flashing dot in the middle of the screen and do not look away. As you stare at it, the yellow spots around the circle will gradually vanish from your consciousness. This is a phenomenon called motion-induced blindness. But here is the craziest part. The moment your eyes wander even a millimeter, the effect breaks and they all come rushing back. So let's check your level. If you can only make 1 or 2 spots vanish, you are easily distracted and might have ADHD. If you can make them all disappear, you have a normal attention span. But if you can keep them invisible for 10 full seconds, you have an extraordinary level of focus that less than 1% of people possess. If I was your teacher, these would be my rules. Rule number 1, if you don't do your homework, I won't yell. I'll just pretend I didn't assign it either. Boom, problem solved. Rule number 2, if someone falls asleep, I'll quietly cover them with a blanket. Teacher vibes. Rule number 3, group projects, you can do nothing. I'll give the A to the person having fun. Rule number 4, if anyone says, I hate this class, I'll reply, me too. But let's vibe anyway. Rule number 5, tests are open book, open notes, open Google. We're learning survival skills, not memory tests. Rule number 6, you can listen to music during work time. If your playlist's fire, I might even add it to mine. Rule number 7, if you get the answer wrong, no embarrassment. I'll just say, close enough, and move on like a legend. Rule number 8, phones are allowed, as long as you're not watching something louder than me. But do you like me as your teacher? Apparently Apparently, if you saw these circles move, you might actually have ADHD. These circles do not move at all, but most people swear they do. This is based on a phenomenon called cerebral dominance. It reveals which side of your brain is in control. If you saw them moving this way, your right brain is dominant, which is common in 95% of people. If you saw them moving this way, your left brain is dominant, placing you in the top 4% of extraordinary people. But here's the craziest part. If you saw them moving in opposite directions at the same time, that means your brain is perfectly synchronized, and you possess the strongest mind found in only 1% of the population.